Hello, this is just a friendly reminder for anyone who has ADHD or an empathetic person who may be experiencing this. Understand that the times that we live in now, this is something I wish I had known sooner. You are going to come across a lot of people who want your empathy but are unable to hold it, who are unable to show it, and who are unable to truly accept it. Because if you are to accept empathy and compassion from another person, you take that in and then you can express that to the outside world and ultimately to yourself. Another thing that I want to remind you of, as as someone who has ADHD, we tend to take on the emotions and the perspective, not their perspectives, like in our mind and in our thought processes, but we allow their perspectives, their actions to affect us in a way that it shouldn't. I want you, if no one else has told you this, and if you've never experienced this yourself, you're going to have to develop a protective layer. What another person does, what another person says, ultimately that has more to do with them than it will ever have to do with you. And a lot of people, one thing that I came across fairly recently, someone said, you have to train people on how to treat you. Now, I disagree with that, and here's my reasoning for that. People have preconceived notions about who you are, what you can bring to the table, and what you do based off of how they were groomed and trained in their younger years. So given that they are going off of that frame of reference, you can come through as the most knowledgeable person on the subject. You can come through with the most accolades. You can come through as someone who is spectacular in every single way. But that person ultimately is going to look at you from the lens of their training. We talked previously about changing how you view things, but also understand that even though we do biochemically experience each other, you cannot change another person. And ultimately, it is up to them to change how they perceive the world or how they perceive a particular situation. That's not on you. If you do show people compassion, of course, be compassionate. However, a lot of people continue to suffer because they continue to show people compassion who do not show it back, who eat the compassion and then get upset when you no longer express it. And that is a form of gaslighting. If you're telling someone, hey, that hurts, and they continue to do it, but the minute you strike back and they're like, oh my God, you hurt me, how could you do that? What? Something is wrong, and I hope that you can separate yourself from those types of people. That's it for today, but I do hope that everything is going well, and hopefully we'll have another meeting soon. Bye.